What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, and today I'm here to react to Baddies Season 2, Episode 3. And you guys, this is an episode. Before we get started, I just want to say sorry for this being a little delayed. You don't know, this is my birthday week. This Saturday is my birthday, so I've been ripping and running this week just to get everything prepared. That's been like my main priority. My goal was to give y'all 2 videos this week, but that's not gonna happen. But I didn't want to come on here and talk about Baddies with y'all because that was an interesting episode. But before we continue, I do have a big announcement. My merch line has officially dropped. Hey! So backstory, this company named Fan House, they reached out to me and it was like, hey, we love your personality. We would love to collaborate, come up with some merch for you. I'm thinking like, okay, who am I, Amber Chamberlain or something? So I sent them some ideas and this was like the end result. And like, I'm so very pleased with how it turned out. So some of my favorite collections is the Don't Mess With Me, My Sign Is, with the inserted sign. It's all signs, all colors. Another one of my favorite is the Unpopular Party t-shirt. You know, that's for the gang, that's for the YouTube channel. It's a whole bunch of stuff. So you'll just have to click the link tree in the description box below. Check it out, see what you like, and that could be like your birthday gift to me. Check out other things on my link tree. It's the link to Verb Tree, Send Crap, or Look Beauty, all that good stuff. All right, without further ado, let's get into the episode because yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Thought I knew you.
So the way we're starting this episode off is the continuation of Anne versus Persuasion. Anne threw the pillow, run up on Sway, then it flipped over on the couch. Anne is just on the ground screaming. She's like, she's making all types of noise. Anne talking about why is security in the middle, girl, because you just got flipped over, security trying to break it up. Anne hair is looking a mess and she's like, we gonna get another round in on the bus. I'm like, she's steady going. So then as they're arguing, you know, Anne ran back up on Sway for round 2.
This is crazy. Hold your fucking ass. I'm not pussy, bro. I'm not fucking pussy.
And she got dropped again in that round. Now Sway pulled the winner on that, and she kept saying, I'm not scared, you know? So then Anne walked off looking a mess. And in the midst of that, Rock was trying to run back up on Sway because she was like, look, we could get it again. Persuasion like, y'all not about to jump me and it's a mess. And Persuasion was even more so upset about the fact that she just got her hair installed literally an hour ago. And now it's snatched off.
Bro, I done flipped this bitch. And all I kept thinking is this hoe done snatched my fresh, new install out. It only been on my head for an hour.
Rolly said this girl up here looking like a Power Ranger. I said, Persuasion says she not gonna be the Kyrian of the group, meaning she not finna keep getting beat up. Yeah. Is he out of jail? I think he gotta be out of jail. I guess he didn't do it, but you know, this is about baddies. So Anne is in the house. She's upstairs going off. It's giving real Sidney Starr energy. I've been seeing a lot of posts comparing Anne and how her action needs to be called out just like how Sidney Starr. And I completely agree. You know, last season, Sidney Starr was dragged through the mud for trying to do these different antics and trying to just play into the bad girl persona.
Oh, bitch, let me come. You got breakfast on the couch, bitch, and bring the milk. Like,
and Anne is definitely doing the same thing. Because if you want to be honest, look at their profession. They're clout chasers, so they're going to do this type of stuff. Now, Rock keep walking around like she about to, you know, blow the house down. She keeps saying Sway need to run her face. Now, Slim and Rolly both saying in their confessionals, they're like, look, Rock, it ain't no reason for you to get involved. If it's a one-on-one altercation, just keep it one-on-one. Like, sit your little tail down. I didn't think Rock was trying to jump, or I didn't see her. I felt like it was more so gonna be like a tag team, like Anne get her, then Rock was gonna come around and get her too. But now we're seeing the little duo or alliance form between Rock and Anne. I guess because they're the youngest in the house. Rock is 22, Anne is 25, so they're the youngest, so they're probably gonna be engaging in the most childish things. Both were saying stuff that align with one another. Like Anne was saying she gonna fight everyone in the house, win or lose, because she don't fear nobody but God. Rock was like, y'all trying to be too positive, because the producers was like telling her like, chill, chill, chill. And Rock was like, nah, y'all want some fights? I'm trying to get y'all some fight. And then we see Rock and Anne back in the kitchen, like just and like, I haven't fought since the 10th, 7th, 12th grade. I'm like, well, you fought today. Natalie is trying to see what's wrong with Sway. Like, she walked out, y'all, what happened? What's going on? Persuasion says she not finna keep getting attacked during these 3 weeks of filming. I'm like, 3 weeks? Like, reality TV has changed. That's how long y'all are filming television shows, 3 weeks? I guess it makes sense why there be so much drama and stuff, because they have to come back so much in a little bit of time. You know, they used to film Bad Girls Club for 3 months, so they had a lot of footage to work with. Now, it's like, come on, y'all gotta have an issue, work it out, let's go. Now, Sway was saying now either she go or Rock go. But we'll put a pin in that for right now because the next scene showed Rolly outside with Rock and Anne. Now, Rolly was just asking Anne, like, why did you run up on Sway? and couldn't even give a straight answer as to why to do it. It was just like, I mean, I heard her up there and she was talking to Bree. Why are you talking to Bree? I mean, she tells her stay prepared. What are you eating? Like, girl, you don't even know what you're saying. So I know Ann looks like a very well put together Sims character. Like she looked like someone in the Sims universe that really like took their time on her and wanted to make her look pretty. I'm not saying she's ugly, she's a very beautiful girl, but I don't know. I feel like if we saw Rick and Morty and Ann popped up, I would still feel like I'm watching a cartoon. It's weird, I can't describe it. But Rolly made a good point. Rolly said, your answer is given very much I want to be famous, very much I want to do too. Hence the profession, professional clout chase. But Rolly also did make a statement. She's like, look, don't get on this bus fighting and doing all this stuff, making a mess. And then Rolly looked at her like, don't give me no rules. Rolly like, no, it ain't like that. I'm just saying, if y'all get to fight and I get hit, I'm swinging on everybody. And Rolly looked at her like, who is you talking to?
I'm saying this for y'all protection. Because if y'all get to fight on that bus and one of y'all bitches hit me, I promise you I'm gonna start swinging. I don't give a fuck titties out or not. I don't give a fuck about a wig. I done lost plenty wigs. If y'all hit me while fighting,
who you talking to?
Anybody. Krishan, any fucking body.
I feel like Krishan felt some type of way because I said that. I don't give a fuck. You could get it, she could get it, he could get it, her, your motherfucking whole family could get it. I don't give a fuck who it is. Y'all better not touch me or it's going the fuck up.
So now we seeing the seeds being planted because Rockton already said she done got into it with Rolly. And we saw in the trailer Slim versus Rock. So we're seeing seeds being planted. But finally, they are about to head on the Daddy's South bus headed to Charlotte because that's what the whole episode, for the most part, was surrounded around. Was trying to leave from Atlanta to Charlotte, but there was just so much going on. Side note, I just want to mention, you know, everybody had been quoting Bad Boys Club references during the episode. And I was like, okay. And I could tell Baddies was filmed either during or after the completion of Bad Boys Club. So as they're walking to the bus, Bree was like, I want to get it in with Ann, right? Bree like, she don't like what was said. This is her mama. She finna run up. And she run up and, well.
Which one? Get up here.
Jayla about to be outside.
Oh,
As you can see, it wasn't mud. She ran up and just fell in the grass. And I know their clothes was muddy because that just looked like the wet mildew type grass they was fighting in. However, Natalie got a little bit too much dip on her chip. Cause Natalie made a comment talking about some, didn't nobody win, the grass won, y'all can't fight. The pot calling to kill the black round here. Cause Natalie, we seen your fights and physical altercations on Zeus Network. And even though no grass was involved, the air definitely was there and present in that fight. And the air definitely takes the win in all of those fights. When it comes to Natalie versus anyone, oxygen, the air you breathe, is the reigning champ. So we can't talk too much, Natalie. Giving credit where credit is due, because you know we do that on this channel. Natalie does look cute in her confessionals. At least I think so. I would put that out there. Yeah, I know they was irritated on this bus ride because they got wet and didn't have to go on this, like they couldn't change clothes. And then we see Jayla confessional. I'm telling y'all, Jayla always giving Real Housewives of Potomac. She had on this nice little fur, giving Sesame Street meets elegance. Now, I don't know what is up with Ann and her comeback of calling everybody an escort. That's what she said as she was walking out. She was like, they're just mad because they're escort. And mama, we can't talk about people profession. Because I'm not calling you an escort, but what you do for work is definitely a cousin to it. And which is not a dig to my OnlyFans people. Shout out to y'all getting that money. But it's like, we can't downplay anybody's profession. That's with anything, you know? Some may sell their stuff in person. Some may sell it online. It's just, you know, bills be due and rent is going up. So you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, Bree get on the bus. She like, hey. And she said she had anxiety fighting Ann because Ann was big. I said, I know this ain't the same Bree from BGC 17.
These girls should be worried because as soon as you see me popping my $130 manicure off, it's about to go down, bitches.
Hey, Bree, when we get up in this house, we finna fight Francesca, Bree. I know you ain't had no anxiety. Bad, this is a different Bree. Anyway, so they're on the bus driving to Charlotte. It's like late at night. They making TikToks and stuff like that. Oli is showing them the banana trick she did on One More Chance when she was sucking it. So now all of them taking turns sucking on a banana. Honestly, this would have been the perfect game for Ann. I'm not sure where she was at. But they're playing Never Have I Ever. It's interesting. Jayla facial expressions are always funny to me. Like, you just have to catch it because it's like, girl. It was cute to see because we're seeing the sisterhood forming. We're seeing the friendship dynamic. It don't have to always be about fights and stuff like that. Like, we're seeing them in a different light. Now this next thing, baby, because this is when Rock and Sway was having their heart to heart. Just take a look.
But it is, but like you came at me like I don't got nothing on my plate. You don't know what I'm thinking.
So right.
I'm thinking you have nothing on your plate because of how
Baby, I have a lot.
You know, words hurt more than anything.
And
It hurt more.
right.
What you did to me probably hurt more than what I did to you.
How do you figure?
Because
We both hurt each other when we walk, we both fight.
I never said no. I never said anything
We both
hurtful
sensitive
about
as
you.
fuck.
All I said was you're ugly when you're without your wig. I have 12 siblings. I don't I fight for them.
And I have all sisters.
You over here being like,
She gonna make me cry, bro.
because, bro, this is an opportunity we can take over. Being like strong women, we don't gotta be a fucking bad girls for fighting each other. We're bad as shit. We can fight the bitches that play with one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Now, as you can see, it's an emotional conversation. I can tell they're drunk, but you know, Rock was crying because she was like, "You're supposed to show me the road." Sway was feeling some type of way because she was like, "As me being older, I'm supposed to show you the road, and she needs to be held accountable." Now, someone said they both was Pisces, so I can see why they was acting like this because it's something about y'all Pisces. Next scene took a strong left because we went from Baddies South to BGC 15. Because Persuasion started opening up and she started saying how she found out just yesterday, well not like yesterday, but when filming, that she beat cancer. And in the midst of this, Rock is laughing. But it was when Sway announced she had cancer, Rock said something. You remember that girl I slept that had skin cancer? That stuff don't faze me. What? You really just, like, regardless of how you feel, this girl is sitting here venting her heart out. And you gonna say some of that stuff don't faze me? I slapped the girl with skin cancer? Is this who we are? Rock said in her confessional, she was like, if you got cancer, shouldn't you be talking to your doctors or something? Why are you on the bus with us right now? Rock even said, I got eczema and asthma. You don't see me complaining about that 24/7. Wow. Like, I don't even know the commentary to follow up with that. That's how stunned I was. Now, Slim wasn't feeling that. Slim was like, Rock, bro, come on now. She's sharing her story. Just pay attention, listen to her. Rock like, I'm going through my own personal hell. Slim like, it don't matter. She talking about cancer. And Persuasion just going on and on. She said she had a biopsy right before it was time to go to LA. Now, that is when a sample of tissue is taken from the body in order to examine it more closely.
I had a biopsy the day before it was time for me to go to LA. So I'm sitting in LA trying to have fun and turn up and do all this other shit. And it's in the back of my head that a bitch might be having a hysterectomy at 32. Everybody go through something and I'm a human and I can admit that.
Sway was just talking about like how, you know, the chance of having cervical cancer, and at 32, she thought she was gonna have a hysterectomy and she couldn't bear her husband, another child. Like, she was crying.
But at the fact that I was getting threatened, like, science was telling me that you was gonna take my uterus and I wasn't gonna be able to conceive for my husband.
Jayla, in the midst of it, walked off. And in her confessional, she said,
you did not have cancer, didn't almost have cancer, probably really didn't even think you had cancer. You had an irregular pap smear. Please relax. Cancer is very serious, and that's nothing to play with.
We don't see how this play. Now, the way she was crying, I hope she wouldn't just like make up nothing like that or talk about nothing, because, you know, hysterectomy, all that stuff, that's serious stuff. Cancer alone is nothing to play with. I don't think, I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't think people go on national TV and just lie about having cancer, but as you can see on BGC 15 with Liv, someone have. She was crying her heart out. So we gonna keep tabs on it. But Rock did pray for the group. So they finally make it to North Carolina. And the house is cute. Rooms look nice. They got a lake house. Slim green screen popped up, and all I can think about is how someone said Slim looked like a minimized version of Faith Evans. So I saw it, I was like, She kind of do look like a lowercase version. So they walking in, Bria and Ann walking in, and all I just was thinking in my mind, like, wow, they still got on these same muddy clothes when they got into a fight. Like, I know they ready to take a shower. But we see the rooms. Jayla and Natalie, they have their own room. And the same people that was bunking before, bunking again, like Rock and Ann, Slim and Rolly. So yeah. So we see Rock and Ann talk. And Rock feel like her and Sway making up was fake. Like, Rock feel like it wasn't genuine and she's just scared because she don't want to get beat up again. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't nothing wrong with being scared. If I'm 32 and there's these youngers out here throwing me in sinks and stuff like that, I'm apologize too. Listen, I ain't got like that no more. A little too older to be holding beef. So yeah, I'm scared. I also said Persuasion's line about cancer, and then she says it again. She has an irregular pap smear. So I don't know what they've heard or what was being said in the group chat, but the thing going around is that Persuasion was having an irregular pap smear and not cancer, and she's over exaggerating. So I'm gonna need some answers. I'm not sure if she addressed it yet, but I'm gonna need some answers. A Rock read her. She said, "You older, you supposed to be teaching me something. All you teaching me is how to be an insecure woman." Dang, that's a read. Anyways, Persuasion had to go to the hospital. It was something wrong with her eye, so she left. So now we see Slim and Rolly outside talking, and then Ann followed up behind. They're outside talking. Now, Ann is being messy. Because mind you, she just had a conversation with Rock. You know, she talking about some of their friends. And outside with Slim and Rolly talking about some, you know, Krishan was up there telling me, you know, about Sway. Just be getting messy. And I'm like, that's supposed to be like, not necessarily your friend, but like your alliance member or whatever you want to call it. Like, y'all cool or whatever. Why are you going around telling her business? And I don't think Rock is the girl you want to just go around and just play with her with, because the girl is a strong, emotional person. And the cancer thing come up again. I'm like, okay. Now, Slim made a good point. She was like, look, she's drunk, so I'm not going to question her. The truth will come out. And I feel like that's the kind of approach I would have had. Like, if you're telling me you had cancer, like, I'm not going to take that. You know, I'm just like, oh my God. I was like, are you okay? What happened? Like, I'm gonna hear you out. And I'm gonna go with an innocent until proven guilty approach. But once I find out like you guilty, you lied, I would never look at you the same again. So, mind you, it was just Rolly, Slim, and Ann outside talking. Why literally in the next scene after they show the mountain hills and lines and all that stuff, you know, Zeus with the, you know. We see Rolly and Ann arguing, which is weird because Rolly was just saying how in her confession that she liked Ann and she hoped they stay cool because, you know, that she seemed like good people. But the argument pretty much came down to Rolly had Bree talking to her upstairs around Ann's room. They wasn't in Ann's room. They was in Rolly's room, but I guess Rolly's room is within the vicinities of Ann's room. And Ann was saying, get out her room. And Ann was hollering out and get out her room. But Rolly was like, girl, wasn't nobody in your room. Now, this wasn't on camera. I guess filming was down when this was happening. But we just know that they was arguing. So Ann kept saying, Rolly, don't little girl me. Don't little girl me. And they face to face. Like, I'm talking about they getting into it. Ann was like, she seen BGC and y'all not going to take her stuff and throw it in the lake or whatever. But it was like, girl, wasn't nobody worry about your stuff. And the only person that was on BGC was Bree and Jayla Nally. The rest of them was on One More Chance and from other stuff. So Rolly was like, you acting like a little girl. And Ann was like, yeah, I am. And in my head, I was like, girl, you ain't no little girl. You're 25. Which is how old I'm turning on Saturday. Do it like it's every day. Rolly at this point, she getting mad. She pushing chairs. She throwing chairs. She getting up. She like, let's go. You want to do this? You sure you want to do this? And in her face, she's like, what's up? Rock like they doing too much back and forth.
So they get in each other's face like damn near kissing. Like, if you step 2 steps, I'm hitting you. Like, I don't even know how much, it was so much time and opportunity.
But Ann walked up and boom, they started fighting. And all you hear was, Rolly, stop.
I'm not finna back down. Ain't no bitch.
You don't have to back down, but you're not gonna talk to me.
I was speaking to everybody. Anybody that got a problem.
And that's it. Next week is gonna be one of them episodes where they focus on the argument the whole time because like they didn't change clothes at all in the previews. Next week is probably not gonna be no storyline progression, but that's all right. But what we do see is Rolly and Slim get into it, so we'll see how that goes. As well as we see the debut of Scotty, so yeah, we'll see how that goes as well. But what did y'all think of this episode? Did y'all like it? Did y'all dislike it? Are y'all enjoying this season so far? I ain't gonna lie, so far I am enjoying this season. It's way better than the first season of Baddies, way better. Make sure y'all check out my merch collection and make sure y'all wish me happy birthday July 2nd. I'm gonna definitely post my birthday pictures on here, so y'all better blow it up. And I'm gonna post my cash out in case y'all wanna do it like it's my B-Day. In my next video, bye!